Mr. Speaker, we can spend the whole day here debating whether some deficit is 8.9 or 9%, but at the end of the day, it is what the policy implication is that matters. Mr. Speaker, I'd like to refer you to paragraph 5 of the budget, where the finance minister builds the budget first by identifying 5 major challenges that we have as a country. First, the considerable debt overhang and rising interest payments, which he proceeds to tackle. The expenditure overruns and accumulated arrears, which he proceeds to tackle. The revenue underperformance, again, which he tackles. Growth, which is falling, which he tackles. And limited capital investment, which he tackles. In my view, a debate on the budget is about whether or not these problems are true, whether or not these solutions work. And at this stage, we are debating policies, not even the fiscal tables. In 2017, the projected outturn or the estimate is 3.5. My good friend makes the argument that something abominable is happening. My mind goes back to previous debates that have taken place in this House, especially just about a week ago, when we were talking, just about a week ago, when we were debating the State of the Nation address. And Mr. Speaker, again, I take you to, I think, page 11 of this particular budget, which traces the GDP growth rates from 2008 to 2016. At the time when the rates were peaking, or actually dropping, from 2011, 14.0 to 9.3 to 7.3, our friends on the other side told us that all growth is growth, and that once the base has increased, if there's a little growth, there's growth. It's amazing that today, a 3.5% growth on the previous year's base figure is something abominable. But I will not spend too much time on that. All analyses that are being done do not derogate from the fact that the substantial problems that were identified at the baseline of the budget have been tackled. Last year, amortization was about 4.6 billion. This year, to deal with the first problem of the considerable debt overhang, we are projecting to pay about 6 billion to amortize a bit of that. Last year, about 2.7 billion was spent on paying arrears. This year we are spending a lot more, 3.7 billion, about 1 billion extra. This is in spite of the fact that there are many tax cuts that are supposed to bring relief to business people and to the business community. And I turn my attention to the revenue issues that my dear friend Atoforson raises on the other side. Mr. Speaker, this year one of the things that the finance minister has talked about is to make a lot of savings, approximately about 1 billion from tax exemptions that are seeping out of our national basket because of some systems that we need to perhaps better enshrine. That saving alone is enough to account for many of the expenses that are being projected and are even projected at higher percentiles in this year's budget.